Good morning, everyone. We're experiencing a heat wave in Bristol, England today. I've got a fan on to keep me cool because it's extremely hot. Sorry if it's a little bit on the noisy side. It's an old one I've had years, but it works perfectly fine. So I can put up the noise if you can. I want to bring you a game today. It was the last round match in the Frome 2024 intermediate, which I won, but everything hinged on this game. I was on 3.5 points. My opponent was on 3, along with about 6 others, and the game was played on the 19th of May 2024, and I'll show you a picture of my opponent afterwards. A young 13-year-old lad. He's from the Netherlands, but I think he may have been born here in England, because he was 13 years old, and his name was Adri Van Hensbergen. Very nice young lad. We had a chat before the game, and he was very, very well, very respectful to me, being a pensioner and everything, for a youngster his age. Very respectful indeed, and he's a very strong little player too. He was the strongest rated player in our section at 1766, which is not bad at all for a 13-year-old. He was unbeaten in the Somerset League for the whole of 2024. His rating now is around 18, I think it's about 1821 in the July list. Rating list for the ECF, the English Chess Federation. So he's improving rapidly, and I knew I was going to have a game on here. Now, being at the age I am, I'm a bit suspecting last round games, because I get a bit tired towards the end of playing 5 games, especially if some of them are long games, like the one I played with an old chap named Cochrane. So I'm going to show you the game now. I was white, and everything hinged on this game. So I've shown you all the others in this particular tournament, and so now we'll begin. So I opened with d4. My young friend Adri, Adri. He played knight f6, e3, d5, bishop d3. I decided I'd go for a very cautious opening. Still had lots of sting in it if I could get the better of him, but it's quite a cautious opening, solid, and I felt I needed to play this way against this young kid, because I didn't know anything about him. He's an unknown quantity to me, and he may be one of these who will rip you apart if you don't get your opening right. So bishop d3, he played c5, c3, knight c6, f4. So this is a stone wall reversed with the white pieces, and he played bishop g4, attacking me already. He's got 3 pieces out. So knight f3, c4, bishop back to c2, e6. So I brought my knight out to d2 to support that knight, but really it's to cover the e4 square, so that if the knight came into e4, I would win a piece from the exchange after swapping off and then retake afterwards. So now he's pushing his queen side very strong. He's playing quite aggressively with a lot of energy. b5 here. So I castled. And now he's gone back. He's offering a swap, because the reason he wants to double his pawns is so that he can drop a knight in on e4, and he's got complete control with that monster knight. I'd have to swap off, and then he would have another pawn in on e4, locking all my pawns in and everything, so it was difficult. So I played knight into e5. I just carried on playing my own game the way I would have played it anyway. Knight into e5. He played queen to c7. He's planning on playing bishop d3, I think. So I felt this was a good time to swap now. And he did. I went bishop takes f5, and he retook the pawn on e6 takes. So now I brought the queen out to f3. So I'm starting to free my own game up. So he played g6. I thought he was going to go bishop d6, but bishop g6, yeah. So he can fianchetto, castle. So I played h3. I want to try and get attack, a kingside attack, going against his king if he should castle that side. He brought his knight into e4. So he's got that monster knight in on e4, which I don't like at all. So I immediately swapped. Knight takes, and he took the f pawn, and I went queen g3. So now he's gone bishop in to g7. I don't really want to bring my knight back to g4 because you can play h5. That means it's kicking my knight around all over the place, back to f2, and there's just no future, nowhere for it to go. So unless he plays f6, then I'll take knight takes knight. So I took it, knight takes knight. Queen takes. Now I played f5. He can't take the pawn because I'll take the bishop. So what he's done is castled queenside. Looks a bit risky, lots of open squares around his king, but on the other hand I can't really get to it. Not at this time. And I've got a bishop that's locked in, which is the only drawback with this stone wall defence with white. Your bishop's trapped in. It takes a long time to get it into the game. So I played bishop d2 to connect my rooks. He's gone back bishop to f8. He wants to bring it to d6, put it in a more attacking square against my king. I played pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. I thought he might have gone h takes to keep his attack going against my king side, but this is what he played anyway. F takes g6. So I played a rook down now to f7, trying to get an attack going. So if you move that queen away from f6 onto a white square somewhere other than e7, I could mate him on c8, c7. Yeah, checkmate on c7. So he played bishop d6 as I thought he would do, and I checked him on g4, and he moved his king b8. He moved his king to b8. So I double my rooks. I've got a decent game. It's just my bishop's problem, and he's challenging my rook now. So I played queen to h4. I realise now I probably should have went bishop e1 to get my bishop onto g3 to challenge his bishop, because that bishop is dominating. I realised this. I probably lost the initiative, a bit of initiative I had by playing this move. So he played rook takes rook on f7. He's gone back with the bishop just to block me off there. The bishop, he probably even wants to go queen to d6, so he's really thinking inside the box here. It's very good play. So I played the queen back to f7. Again, I don't think this is the best move. I probably should have played queen to f6, offering a queen swap. It stops him from putting his queen onto d6. His queen onto d6. Yeah, I just didn't play it from here. I wasn't playing very well now. I started off well, but my game is not as good. Any advantage I got from the opening is starting to recede now. So he played as I said he would, the queen. So I played g4. That stops any mate threats or queen check on h2. Now he's attacked that pawn with the h pawn. Obviously I'm not going to allow a pawn swap here. So I attacked his queen first. He moved it to e7. And then I could have took the pawn here on g6, but I didn't. Because I know it would have been a mistake. Because had I played rook g6, you could play rook to f8 and drive me off of that square altogether. So I pushed my e pawn on to g5, and that was where I then offered him a draw, and he took a moment to think about it and accepted the draw. I only needed a draw to be joint first, and also probably to come first on board count and win the Somerset Championship for this section, the intermediate, and a trophy and cash. So I didn't lose out. I come first, and I was not happy to get the draw because I could have played better in the last 5 or 6 moves. But I was tiring a little bit from the previous weekend games, and 2 or 3 were really long ones. So yeah, I realised that this lad is a good little player. He's getting stronger all the time. Like a few others, Max Walker who I played, Ollie Stubbs who I played, they're very strong now, really strong. You might get a chance to beat them when they're young, but not much chance when they get a little bit older. So there you are, that was the game with a young player, Adri. Now I just want to tell you something else. In this tournament, in the open section, was a arena grandmaster. His name is Alexander Matlock, and he's been training this lad. He's training him, and along with others, and a lot of it is down to him why this boy is playing so well at this age. And he played in the open tournament, and he never won it. He came in the top 6, but he did win the Somerset Championship Cup for the highest rated Somerset player, like I did. And so he's doing a good job training youngsters in Somerset. Like we've got people who are doing the same here, like Jerry Humphries, who I told you about recently, and there are others too. But our youngsters all over Bristol and Somerset are improving fast, very fast. So unfortunately Adri didn't finish in the top 3. He was just outside with 3 points. I'm going to show you a picture of him, and it's with GM Matlock, so I'll show you that in a second. So I brought you here a picture of young 13-year-old Adri on the right here, and with him is, I believe, Alexander Matlock, the arena grandmaster. He's rated about, he has a rating in FIDE around 21, 50, something like that, or 40. The man who's been training this young lad and others as well. Like I said, a really nice young boy, very respectful, and Mr. Matlock looks like a nice guy too, doesn't he, with a smile on his face there. He needs a lot. He should get a lot of credit for the way he's training these youngsters down in Somerset. It could be at Taunton, because this was taken in a tournament not so long ago when the young lad didn't do too bad. He was playing in a major section, so he's playing up into a higher section, and he finished about 5th, I think, so he did well. So I would probably hear a lot of him in the future. And I want to just say thanks again for watching the videos and for supporting this project. Thank you. Enjoy your summer and the lovely hot weather. Wherever you are in the world, I hope the weather's good and there's peace in your life. So, see you later. Bye. Enjoy your chess.